The process of constitutional decolonization in the present century has been stretched out over 3 decades. It was initiated through popular struggle, embracing virtually all of the indigenous classes and strata in their respective colonial societies. In the final solutions, however, the response and maneuvers of the imperialist powers always played a decisive role, a role which became even more preponderant as the metropolitan ruling classes perceived that their interests could actually be promoted by the rise to power of comprador elements ruling sovereign states. The most important reason for distinguishing neocolonialism from colonialism is the fact that the patterns of politics continue to change after the initial transfer of power to a local ruling class.
Isabel Dos Santos, who's often billed as the richest woman in Africa, has been accused of siphoning off more than $1 billion worth of public money from Angola into overseas accounts through decades of graft. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalists has collated more than 715,000 financial and business records provided by whistleblowers into a collection that's known as the Luanda Leaks. Dos Santos stopped living in Angola when her father, former President José Eduardo dos Santos, stepped down in 2017 after 40 years in power.
In the Caribbean, the most significant of the set of internal and external socioeconomic contradictions which shape neocolonial politics are those that derive from the consolidation of the petty bourgeoisie as a class around the state.
A small elite has been able to keep a stranglehold over the resources of the country, use them to their benefit.
Isabel Dos Santos' business background is her father's presidential decrees and her father's power. You had always the state providing the financial cover and the political cover for her.
They reproduce themselves as a class by providing more salaried jobs, and they strengthen their ties with the metropolitan bourgeoisie through the banks, insurance houses, hotel chains, travel agencies, and less frequently, branch plant industrial enterprises.
A whole swathe of service providers, the bankers, the lawyers, the oil companies, the consultants, have allowed the extraction of the resources that belong to the Angolan people from their country into Western capitals where this money gets reinvested.
From time to time, public suggestions are made regarding the reform of the greatest abuses of power by government leaders advancing their own interests. But on the whole, it is recognized that corruption is now endemic to the political system and will be eradicated only with the end of the system itself.